So, hello, brother,
Hi, bro.
and hello, sir. So, I would like to choose a topic that is a major problem of our country as well. That is pollution. So, we should do a casual talk about it. That what is the unbenefits, what is the disadvantages of this, and why it is rising, and how can we prevent it? So, may we talk?
Okay.
Okay. I would like to listen you first.
So if you only talk about the pollution, how the pollution generate, it always generate by the machines, by the humans, and we have different type of pollution. First we have air pollution, second we have noise pollution, third we have water pollution, and fourth we have soil pollution, and the fifth we have radiation pollution. So how can we stop them? So it will take a long time. But if we only talk about the advantage of the pollution, it is a good example of development. If we are doing something, so somewhere it have unbeneficial. Everything has a unbeneficial thing as well as if we only talk about the repercussion. But if we talk about the disadvantage of the pollution, so it will become damage for our young ones, for our future generation. But if we only talk about the awareness of the people, everyone know it is giving a damage of us, but nobody want to stop. Everyone is using vehicle, three wheelers, and they are doing as much they can damage to our natural resources.
Okay. Could you tell me about water pollution? How water pollution spreads?
Bro, those wastage who are homemade the water bottles and the etc thing related to plastic when we throw into water that called water pollution.
Okay. So any other thing you want to share that how can we prevent it?
Bro, if we only talk about the stop, how can we stop? So there is a only one thing. Just grow trees as much we can and stop. Always see the positive side. Don't try to see that if someone is not doing so, we also stop.
Friends, I believe that we should develop in a rather all-rounding way. Yes, you were right that for development there will be pollution, but we have made sustainable development goals. By 2030, we have 15 goals, actually 17 and 169 targets that will help us to become developed as well as to also help our plants survive in the future. So yeah, the governments actually decided over these kind of things, and in the future we will be able to have good lives for the younger ones also, as you were saying. So yeah, it is a good thing. Now coming to the topic of the pollution. So pollution is a thing which will harm us in the future. So as of now, we are hardly seeing any effect of air pollution because people are not fully aware of it. People think that it will be a worry of the future generation and they can enjoy it as of now. But these kind of objects are called hyper objects. They will not hurt you now, but in the future they will destroy you. So to help all the governments, because you can say that America is producing a lot of carbon dioxide, but Nepal is not. Bhutan is in fact doing the negative. In Bhutan there are many trees. That is why it is producing more oxygen than most of the other countries. So I believe that these kind of topics were discussed, and then they came over the loss and damage fund. Let us say, due to America, your country people are getting did air pollution diseases like asthma. Then America will provide you tax so that you can provide healthcare facility to your population. I think that if the other countries have done this, then yes, they are doing it in a right way. Furthermore, I would like to talk about the water pollution. Water pollution has affected most of the uh, sea life, especially the turtles. Every year we see articles that the sea turtles are getting less and less in number. So there was also a ban on straws because sea turtles actually eat them and then they die. Not only about sea turtles, we see that there is actually a gender difference between most of the marine life because their gender actually depends on the temperature. And yes, if we talk about temperature, then climate change is a very big issue. So let us talk about the climate change also because pollution is somewhere linked to climate change. And I would like to just start with the saying that if we do not stop the climate change issue, then we will not be able to enjoy the life on this entire planet for the next 50 years.
Okay, so somewhere you were right. But if we only talk about how can we stop, if we only talk about air pollution, nowadays we are using the vehicles, two wheelers. but those things are taking place who is electric vehicle, so it can be the backup plan for future. And if we only talk about the water pollution, air pollution, so how can we stop? So it can be stopped if some of people have someone face, and those are leaders who are doing the same thing, who are freshening up the waters, who are reducing the level of air pollution. So it can be the, but what talk about the noise pollution, how can we stop? Indian technology of era, so it is hard to manage the, to reduce the noise of something, so it can be the somewhere disaster for our future.
It can be, but in city areas especially, and especially if we talk about the traffic hit areas, so there people suffer from hypertension, high blood pressure, because of the loud traffic noise. So yeah, it is actually a big issue. It is recommended to not use horns until it is very very important. But people are not fully aware of it. It is only the responsibility of people to use less only. Otherwise, government can make laws, but those laws will be just a wastage of the meeting. So I believe that people should be aware when it comes to noise pollution. But if we really want to stop the land pollution, because land pollution and as we call it soil pollution is a very important topic in itself because of the food that grows that we eat. Simply it comes from the soil. But since we are using chemical fertilizer, we are using bad additives so that it can be grown in large amount. We are somewhere getting some diseases that can be harmful for the future. But as of now, it is actually a requirement to produce food for the upcoming generations because of the high population demand. So somewhere pollution will be controlled by using the help of new technologies, as you have mentioned about electric vehicles, and as well as the new laws. And I believe that awareness should be most required for curbing the pollution issue. So thank you friends for this night discussion. Thank you.